an event resolution from a meeting 2006 in Italy, and it says, among many things, that more evidence has accumulated suggesting that there are adverse health effects from various forms of electromagnetic fields at the current exposure levels. And what is needed but not yet realized is a comprehensive, independent and transparent examination of the evidence pointing to this emerging potential public health issue. Furthermore, we said that resources for such an assessment are grossly inadequate. Work without money. It's like going to the grocery shop and buying a liter of milk. Without money you just cannot do it. And it's the same for science. There is also evidence that interpretation, and I can only really speak for Sweden, but the official health bodies are heavily infested by the telecom industry, and they really run the show. That's not the way it was meant to be. And sometimes you use the word lobbyism for that, but that's the same as running the show. And you should not allow that to happen. Also, arguments and systems do not represent the current spectrum of scientific opinion. We encourage governments to adopt a framework along the lines of the precautionary principle within European Union law. We want them to inform the population of the potential risks. And at that time, it was about cell phone, cordless phone use, but it's the same with wireless discussing. They should limit the use of such gadgets by young children and teenagers and ban telecom companies from marketing to them. Has had an enormous impact, I must say. A lot of official bodies do actually refer to it. But the big thing that came around the corner, and we started to work on that at the end of 2006, and it was published the last of August 2007. And what we did, 1,000 scientific publications, and remember, it's just the tip of a huge iceberg. There are so many more. But we took these and we summarized them on a little bit more. Not trust me. You should read yourself and make up your mind. You should decide yourself what you want to do with yourself and your kids. Don't listen to me, don't trust me. I think Walter has really also pinpointed the issues of liability. There will be lawsuits all over the world, and they are already around here. And so you must Swedish, and that means to be very dull and boring. You know, we are in charge of the entertainment in hell. So therefore it's quickly through scientific papers from this by-initiative report and just highlight sentences. I leave to you to read the details. Retarded learning in rats. The question is, do you want to subject your kids to microwaves that will retard their learning capacity? Such microwaves that Wi-Fi use will break both single and double-strand DNA molecules, the very core of the genes, and cumulative effect, meaning the more irradiation, the more damage. Is this something you want to subject your kids to? I cannot believe that the industry did a follow-up because they said, no, that's not true. We will make a huge, gigantic experiment, and they did, and it's called the reflex study, to prove that these data regarding DNA was wrong, but they proved the opposite. It is very dangerous, and it's fascinating to see that 24 hours of exposure from them or a computer system will equal 1,600 chest X-rays. How many in this room would like to have 1,600, of course, waves from telecom damage to your DNA? Well, infertility in mice in the 5th generation. If you transfer that to Belfast, that would mean that people in about 150 years cannot get children at all because of something you did.